Welcome to the Buffalo Grind Talk podcast, your weekly detailed and in-depth news about your team, the Buffalo Bills. Brought to you by the host, Oscar Hayden, and his co-host, Jagger Messina.
Welcome to Buffalo Grind Talk, Season 1, Episode 1. I'm Oscar Hayden, your host. I'm with my co-host, Jack Lissette. How are you today, Jack Lissette?
I'm nervous after seeing that injury report, but otherwise I'm fine.
Yeah, let's get started. First, I think it's best if we talk about our Steelers game, our wildcard game, and I think that was definitely a good game. We're obviously on to the division round. We're playing Kansas City.
Yep.
It was a pretty kind of mediocre game because first we started off hot. We were up 21-0, I believe.
In the first half.
Then we kind of started to pull away. We didn't really get much going on offense until the Shakir touchdown. That was really what changed momentum. That really ended the game. But we did get away maybe with a few flags that we should have gotten, like the 3rd and 10 penalty on Dane Jackson. That wasn't a penalty, but that definitely should have been pass interference or at least holding. But I'm not complaining, so...
Like the podcast we did on Twitter Spaces when we were talking about how we would be sitting and standing up during every 5 minutes and it'd get annoying. This game was fully sitting for me. I felt fully confident going into this game. So I was relaxed. I was fine, but unfortunately my streaming service switched off, so I couldn't watch the third quarter, but I did end up watching it on replay, so that was fine. But yeah, I felt that game quite relaxing, but the thing that didn't have me eased out was our injuries after that game. If we want to speak on that now, which is pretty much what we want to be talking about for most of this episode, is how we're going into this upcoming Kansas game and how our injuries will affect it, because if the people been listening in, if you guys have seen the injury report, it is not looking great.
Yeah, we may as well just read out injuries now.
Okay. I'll let you do that.
It's really basically just us, and Kansas City doesn't really have too much of a problem. Josh Allen, he doesn't have a game status. He's been on injury report for weeks. He's fine. Christian Benford, he's out. He won't play. Terrell Bernard, he didn't practice, but he is questionable, which is quite surprising, actually. Gabe Davis, he is out, so we're going to talk more about Gabe Davis later on during the podcast. Tyrell Dodson, he fully participated in practice today. He will play. Leonard Floyd, he's a veteran rest. He's full practice. He will play. Micah Hyde, he's playing. Taron Johnson, he's in concussion protocol. He has one more stage to clear tomorrow, and if he clears that, then he will play. Sam Martin, he's questionable with a hamstring injury, obviously, but we did just sign a new punter, Matt Hack. Then Von Miller, veteran rest. Taylor Rapp, he's out. He will not play. Then Thalen Spector, our backup special teams linebacker, he is out. Diggs, he's limited practice, but he doesn't have a game status. He will play. Daquan Jones, he is veteran rest, so he will play. And on the Kansas City side of the ball, I'm just going to see who's out and questionable. Derek Nadati is out. Sky Moore is out. Kadarius Toney is questionable. Justin Ross is questionable.
That won't affect anything.
And Wayne Morris is out, and that's all.
Well, we're going to speak because we're Bills. This is our podcast. Everyone listening in that's Chiefs fan base will know that, even from our perspective, that they've got a alright injury report. Most of their people are playing. From our one, it looks like an Amazon receipt. Okay, it looks like a huge Amazon receipt spending spree.
It seems like the Dolphins have been cursed with injuries this year, and as soon as we play them in their stadium, we just get hit with those injuries.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it's next man up. Last game we did have there were actually quite a few backups that actually played pretty good. AJ Klein, who came off the couch, actually played a really good game for us. had quite a few tackles, had a third down stop, which was pretty crucial, so that was good. We also had Kaya Elam
Kaya
redemption
Elam and
for the
Balin Spector.
pass interference, which got a lot of Bills fans pissed off, probably. But then he came away with the interception.
The interception, that was great. Everyone
And
owes
then
him
we
an
also had
apology now.
Dane Jackson, who made a couple plays, but also got burned at the same time. But he did make plays when we needed them, so... Yeah, and obviously Shakir. Because that touchdown was just ridiculous. That probably changed the momentum of the game.
Killer Shakir, that was crazy. That was amazing. How many defenders he beat? Like 4?
Yeah, Minka
Slid out of a
Fitzpatrick,
tackle,
one
it
of
was
the
great.
best safeties in the NFL.
Fortunately, Josh Allen's huge rush touchdown and Khalil Shakir's touchdown I wasn't able to view because of my streaming service cut
What
out.
touchdown do you think
DayZ.
was better? Were you able to see? You were able to see.
I saw them both. I watched the whole game on replay, but
What one do you think was better?
that's tough. That's honestly tough. I'm gonna say Josh Allen's.
I'm only gonna say
Coming from a quarterback, right? He ran through that whole team like nothing, but he didn't go through them as in like he went through them around them, but he had the pace and the stamina to get around that whole team when they have CBs who could possibly catch up to him and strong safeties and stuff like that, but etc. But Khalil Shakir, it's a very tough question, but I'm going to say Josh Allen just by his position though. Khalil Shakir's a wide receiver, he's got that pace and stuff, but Josh Allen, we know how speedy and jukey, whatever, well, I don't even know the logical terms for that, but we know how athletic he is when he scrambles, so I'm just going to say still Josh Allen because he's a quarterback. So that's just, he's a quarterback and you don't really expect that from them.
Yeah, the only reason why I'm gonna say Shakir is because the touchdown came in an important moment of the game. Really, I'd say.
Yeah, it was a good.
And
key
it was
moment
pretty crazy, and he did do it on Minka Fitzpatrick, who's arguably the best safety in the National Football League. So.
Yeah, I have to agree. Khalil Shakir was amazing, but it's a very tough question. I could pick either. Depends what touchdown I watch more. I kind of watched Josh Allen's one probably about 7 times, but Khalil Shakir's watched it 2 times, so I just think Josh Allen's was more amazing. But coming from a quarterback, though, if you look at it, it's huge.
A lot of other fans from other teams are saying it was a fake slide.
Burst of luck, or yeah, I saw that fake slide. He does that a bit though.
Yeah, it looked more like a juke than a fake slide, and everyone was saying it was you're either way a fake slide is legal in the NFL. But then the one thing that caused a lot of controversy was then when Allen did slide down, he got absolutely smacked by Miles Jack, and then that drew a flag for a late hit.
Yeah, I mean if you look at his previous games, this fake slide or juke. He does it a bit, so I think it's kind of caused a bit of a debate.
He's a quarterback, and he's 6'5", and he's pretty big, so it's probably hard for him to do a juke. So
that sounded a bit mean.
He's just
It sounded like you're fat shaming him.
He's just not as good as other receivers or running backs would be.
Yeah, obviously.
I'm just saying.
Alright. I want to bring up something not in our script of today's podcast. Well, I don't think we've talked about this or mentioned it or even thinking of bringing this up, but Allen or Mahomes and what we're going to think after this game of who's going to be the better quarterback. Because it's a big debate. Everyone has seen on X, Twitter, Instagram, like Allen, Patrick Mahomes, the beef, whatever it is that they've got going on.
If the Bills lose this game,
yes, so obviously they're out.
If the Bills do lose the game, we're probably going to be talking about how bad the defense was instead of talking about how bad the offense was. So I think whoever wins the game I'm just gonna say this: whoever wins the game, I think, is the better quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at people, and I don't have anything against this is a good statement, but if you look at Josh Allen, he doesn't have Super Bowls. If you look at Patrick Mahomes, he has too.
Yeah, if Allen gets a Super Bowl, then I'm gonna say that. Then I'm definitely gonna say that Allen's better.
Once again, Super Bowls doesn't 100% determine, like, it's going to sound like people are going to come at me for this, but Super Bowls always don't determine who's the better player. It's team.
Look at Brock Purdy. He doesn't have a Super Bowl, but his super team might carry him to a Super Bowl. He's got one of the best supporting casts in the NFL.
Yeah.
So he could get to the Super Bowl and he could win it, but it probably would have nothing to do with him. The thing is, if let's just say,
Brock Purdy.
The way we win the game is not turn the ball over and get takeaways. If Mahomes turns the ball over 2 times and we don't turn the ball over at all, then we're winning the game.
Yeah.
Unless our offense yeah. But we need Shakir with Gabe Davis
We need
out.
Khalil Shakir for a big game.
We need him to step up.
We need Khalil Shakir to step up and put Gabe Davis' position. We need him to do that job, that key job. We could see Khalil Shakir, playoff Khalil Shakir. We could see that playoff expectations from him this game. He played a very, very good game against the Steelers last week. So people were saying he performs great in playoffs, but we can really determine this match against a hard team that we've had the same.
We all know who does perform well in the playoffs, so who's out today?
Who's out?
Gabe Davis.
Yeah, I know. We
saw what happened with Kansas City last time they played the Chiefs. He turned into prime Jerry Rice.
He got 4 touchdowns.
Four touchdowns, 201 receiving yards. Diggs ended up having 3 catches, 7 yards, which is, that's not what you want to see from your wide receiver one. And back then, Davis was, you had Diggs, you had Beasley, you had Sanders, you even had McKenzie. Davis was your wide receiver 4.
Yeah, speaking on that, but on the defense, Von Miller reportedly said he's back to his old self, so we could possibly see a big game coming from him.
Yeah, but my concern with that is I did see him late. I didn't see him much in the game, but I did see him late in the game. I saw he put a couple pressure on the quarterback. He almost got his first sack of the year. But the Bills are only playing him 36% of the time. 36% snaps. So
he's not been great. I'll be honest.
Generally, he hasn't been great, but he was good.
But I'll be glad if he's back to his old self again. I think everyone will be.
2 weeks ago, he was a wasted roster spot. You could argue that he shouldn't even be on the Bills team.
Yeah.
But
yeah. What are you saying? Sorry.
But yeah, he did have a really good season last year before he tore his ACL.
Yeah.
He was getting quite a few sacks, and we just need our defensive line to step up, put pressure on Mahomes, because Mahomes is one of the hardest quarterbacks to sack in the National Football League. So,
if I made this clear, I do think Mahomes is like easily, like top 3 in the league. He's not.
no doubt.
He's an amazing quarterback. I don't have anything against him, but I just don't know who to pick between Allen and Mahomes. It's
no matter
a very
what
difficult
happens.
debate.
Versus Bills or Chiefs, Allen and Mahomes are still the 2 best quarterbacks in the NFL.
Easily. They both got amazing talent, and Mahomes is a very good quarterback. So we don't have anything against them. We're just Bills fans. We just go for the Bills. It's nothing we're hating on them. So another interesting game coming up is the Baltimore Ravens versus Houston Texans. Will CJ Stroud carry the Texans further on, or will he not? If that's the right explanation for it.
Well, we all know that Lamar he's not good in the playoffs. He's had his
and he's not good in Madden either.
I think Lamar's gonna I think both defenses are going to struggle a bit. I think Lamar will have a good game, but I don't think that they're going to come out with a win. I just don't see it happening. They haven't played the starters, and they didn't play starters week 18. They've got 2 weeks. No starters. They're just, to me, I just don't see them coming out with a win.
Yeah. I don't see them coming out with one. I'm going for Texans because I love CJ Stroud.
I mean, I think CJ Stroud is he's a top 5 quarterback right now.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm putting.
Everyone can agree that.
I'll keep Mahomes at 1 for now because Allen's about to beat him soon, so he can enjoy number 1 for the last couple of days.
Yeah.
Number 2, Allen. Number 3.
Enjoy number 1 for the last couple of days.
Number 3.
That's
This is gonna be controversial. I'm gonna put Jared Goff. He's had a really good season. A couple really good seasons. Doesn't have an amazing supporting cast. He has Amara St. Brown.
What?
And he has Jameson Williams, who's inconsistent as hell. So I'm putting Goff at 3. I'm putting CJ Stroud at 4. Actually, no, I'm gonna switch CJ Stroud. And Jordan
Put
Love.
CJ Stroud at 4.
No.
That's good.
I think Jordan Love is better. Think about it. Jordan Love.
No.
He doesn't have any receivers. We saw
Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Jared Goff, then CJ Stroud, then Jordan Love.
Remember how horrible Aaron Rodgers was with his receiving core last year? He was not good. It's basically the same receiving core with Jaden Reed and a bunch of undrafted players. And then Jordan Love looks like prime Aaron Rodgers with that team. I'm putting him above CJ Stroud. I just think he's a better overall quarterback. He's sat behind Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't have as good a receiver core as
But to put in mind that CJ Stroud is a rookie. He's top 5 quarterback and he's a rookie. That's a pretty
I know, but it's
high level to reach.
It's kind of hard to put a quarterback right away.
I know everyone's making assumptions that he's good, but if you look at him closely, he's quite special.
Do you consider CJ Stroud elite?
Not yet.
Exactly.
I'm not trying to glaze him or anything, but I do think he's got great talent, and I think after this guy's back in next year, I think Tank Dell could have some. Bro, why are you looking at me like that?
I think Jordan Love.
As soon as I said Tank Dell, you're like.
I think Jordan Love is
Tank Dell got injured though, so hopefully next year he can come back.
I think Jordan Love is elite. He has more experience. He's been in the NFL since 2020. He's sat behind one of the greatest to ever do it, Aaron Rodgers. So
yeah, okay. We'll lay down some. I get your point, but we're gonna lay down some score predictions. We're gonna lay down some score predictions
for every
week.
Week.
Predictions. Ready?
For all the weeks.
Ready?
Week. Hold on one sec.
Are you ready, Oscar? I'm gonna tell you my score prediction.
Okay, you tell me. Hold on. I'm gonna read out the teams playing, and you tell me your score.
My score prediction is gonna be 27-6 Texans. It will be a close game, but I think CJ Stroud will go to this game and lose to us next week if we beat Kansas City. Which
how about 49ers versus Packers?
Packers will win that.
Score?
It will be very tight in the first half, but 49ers will kind of I won't say give up, but make it easier for the Packers in the second half, and the Packers will win by 2 to 3 touchdowns. Not exact score.
Lions at Buccaneers. Lions vs Buccaneers.
Lions will win by 4 touchdowns. It will be kind of a Steelers-Bills type game. It won't be that interesting, but also it's kind of an easy one for the Lions.
Bills vs Chiefs. Probably a close game.
We haven't actually said that score predictions, but we just said Chiefs will win. Do we want to? What's the score predictions? You tell me your one.
Alright,
Just say it. Just
I
say
think
it.
Bills win 27-26. Mahomes, this is how it's gonna go. Just pause for a sec. This is how it's gonna go.
Yep.
Alright, so there's a 2-minute drive. There are 2-minute warning. Mahomes has the ball at his own 40-yard line. It's
I
third
really
and 7.
planned this through.
It's 3rd and 7. Mahomes
Yep.
is looking deep. He's looking deep downfield. He's looking deep downfield for Darius. Just hear me out. Just hear me out.
Okay, you
here,
really
okay?
planned this through, didn't you? You memorized this.
I've got the script, okay? He's looking
Okay,
deep
yep.
downfield
Tell
for
me.
Kadarius Tony. Darius Tony drops it. And then just wait.
As soon as
just
you
wait.
said his name, I knew
Just
what was
wait.
gonna happen.
Just wait. It's 4th and 7. Mahomes is looking short, and it's intercepted by Dane Jackson. Game over. Bills win 27-26.
So
I'm
it's
gonna give you
very
some of my other
particular.
score predictions.
I'll just
for
tell you
the
my
other
one now. I'll
games
just
too.
tell you my Chiefs one.
Okay.
Okay, Bills are gonna win by. Okay, I'm gonna probably go 27-26, but instead of that whole analogy you just gave me, I'm gonna say they'll win a field goal in the last 3 minutes of the game to put the lead up by more points. So it'll either be tied 26-26 or 27-27, but it'll be it'll be a 1 point difference, or we'll be tied and the Bills will get a field goal within the last 2 minutes of the game.
I mean, that's fair.
Tyler Bass will clutch up.
So for my predictions, other predictions, I'm gonna go with this is Lions versus Buccaneers. I'm gonna take the Detroit Lions. I'm gonna go 30-23. I think Jared Goff plays a good game. The Buccaneers score a few points, but I don't think they'll win. Then I got 49ers versus Packers. I think the Packers will win. Jordan Love. I think the Packers defense is gonna show out. I know Joe Barry for the Packers defense coordinator is on the hot seat right now, but I do think that the Packers will come out for a win. I'm gonna go 36-16. And for Ravens Texans, I'm gonna go. This is a very high scoring game in my mind. This is probably the highest scoring game.
We'll just go like Texans
I'm
score,
going
Ravens score, Texans score, Ravens.
42-39. This will be a very good game. To Texans. 42-39. I think both defenses will struggle. Texans defense is horrid. Ravens defense is good, but I do think they're going to let down a bit.
Okay. That's good predictions. I think we both agree who's going to win the games. We just have different opinions on
different
score predictions.
But
so,
really, at the end of the day, it just matters who wins. Score doesn't really matter.
So going into this Kansas City game, threats for the Bills, and then that will not
Injuries.
be good for us, and how we will overcome this. So yeah, obviously injuries. Is there any players or anything that could be weakness for us because we don't? Most of our players.
Chiefs defense is very good. We saw what they did to the Dolphins, who were, I don't believe they should be ranked this high, but apparently they're the number 1 ranked offense. So if that's true, you saw what the Chiefs defense did to them.
It's not even true.
But if they're the number 1 ranked offense, they should definitely be putting more than 7 points up. But anyways, the Chiefs defense definitely played good in that game.
So you think because we've got a lot of injuries on our offense that will be a big threat for us? That the Chiefs defense will come at us and target us in our
we all know
weakness?
that Tua, I know we said we won't talk about that much, but I know we know that Tua Tagovailoa wets the bed when it matters the most. He did put up 70 points on a crappy Broncos defense. We did lose to the Broncos, but the Broncos sorted that out after the game. They just basically, and that was all garbage time yards anyway. The score was like 50 points, and they just kept on pushing it. They didn't need to keep on pushing it, so I don't think they should have. But they ended up bringing Mike White in, former Jets quarterback. I like Mike White, and he even ended up throwing a touchdown at Chosen Anderson. the Broncos defense basically gave up by then. They were like, okay, it doesn't really matter. No one cares.
Back. Yeah. So we said we'll talk about these people. Gabe Davis.
Yeah, I think it's annoying he's out because when you take a look at the Bills wide receiver core, you have Stephon Diggs.
He's the number 2 playoff guard. We need him.
Yeah, Stephon Diggs is playing, but he has a foot injury. This isn't combined.
He is 100% playing.
Diggs is he's 100% playing. He doesn't have game status. He's got a foot injury. However, he hasn't performed well in the playoffs recently.
He needs to toughen up. Oh, what? He performed good last game. I think he's got momentum.
I know, but he had a good first half, but then it kind of went downhill from the second half. But he did injure his foot, so I'll let him get off. But a foot injury.
So I had no clue Stephon Diggs was playing that game, so that's actually kind of made me 10%.
Yeah, I checked the Bills injury report online, so he's playing.
It actually probably makes me 14% better.
But when you look at the Bills depth chart, you have Stephon Diggs. No, we're not counting Gabe Davis because he's out, obviously. We have Shakir. And then who else? We don't pass the ball to Hardy for some reason.
No, we got Khalil Shakir,
the Bills were so
Stephon
stupid.
Diggs.
Sean McDermott was so stupid. He didn't activate
we
Justin
got
Shore.
is Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox playing.
It's tight end.
I'm saying tight ends.
We know Dawson Knox can't catch, so.
But is he playing though?
Oh,
well, he did fine. He dropped like 2 catches, which is that's not good. But like he dropped 2 catches, and you're like hating on him. But he did do something great.
He did get a touchdown, but he's been
after that. Yeah, he got a touchdown. Yeah. It's fine. So Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox, are they playing?
Yeah, they're not injured.
Okay. Well, Dalton Kincaid's great. He can get those yards, which is critical.
Yeah, definitely. Also, the one thing I think that we'll see a lot of Deontay Hardy, honestly, because it was either a 33-yard or 31-yard game, but midway through the second quarter, Deontay Hardy did show off his speed and his yards after the catch that he can't get. Yeah, that was Tyreek Hill like after the catch. But
I think Deontay Hardy will get a big game. I think Deontay Hardy's going to get a good game. He's going to have a good game. So, yeah,
the only thing that
he'll get some good returns, set us up perfectly on the field where we need to be. Josh Allen can make it work with who we have. And
well, we better hope.
Possibly get some early points on there.
We better hope Sam Martin plays because I don't think you know how bad Matt Hack is. He's horrible. He's one of the worst punters I've ever watched.
Oh, I looked at him. I looked him up for like an hour and a half. I watched his highlights. I could watch his like bio and Wikipedia and what people think of him and all that. But
he's not good. Hopefully we don't have to play. Hopefully he's.
Why
not
don't they sign Matt Araiza? Why don't they sign Punt God?
He can't hold. He's still got a. No team still wants to sign him because of his allegations.
Which was false, which is kind of annoying. It was
it's because that stupid bitch.
False allegation, and they didn't say him, but that lady just ruined his career now. So yeah, that's not even.
I remember seeing this a while ago. Apparently, he like Nah, never mind. But yeah.
Are we gonna get like demonetized on YouTube for this?
Nah, apparently he like signed with an XFL team.
We're gonna get demonetized on YouTube for the podcast. What was that?
Apparently he like signed with an XFL team but no, not an XFL team, some other league. It's not any. It's like
the Canadian league,
some kind of Mexico league he signed with for a bit, and then he got cut.
Oh. No, I heard about that. Yeah, some Mexican league.
I don't really care because it's a Mexico league.
Isn't he a bit Mexican?
He looks Mexican. Could be.
So, you've heard it here.
It's quite a Mexican
sums it up.
name.
Chiefs game. What was that? You had the whole analogy about third down, Kadarius Toney dropping it, fourth
Yeah,
down,
like I
Dane
said, I
Jackson get the
got the
pick.
script.
He memorized it before we went on the podcast, most likely. But my prediction is it'll either be tied or we'll be leading by one, or they'll be leading by one. Be very, very, very close, and we'll get the field goal within 1 to 2 minutes left of the game, and we'll hold them down for a touchdown. We won't let them get the touchdown. We'll hold them back. Or if we're on offense, if they throw another pick, which is probably least likely, and we're on offense, we'll just spike it till the time runs out and let it go, just like the Miami Dolphins game towards the end of that one.
Yeah.
So, but if the Chiefs win, how are we going to deal with that? Probably not go on Twitter. That's what I'm going to say.
Fire Sean McDermott. Just
Fire someone, yeah.
listen. Just
Get-
you
get-
have to
Go to America, pack his stuff for him. The Buffalo Bills need to put on their Instagram page. We're doing a draw, raffle ticket draw.
Listen,
Whoever gets
if
drawn
we
out gets to
lose-
put Sean McDermott stuff from.
If we lose, we're in full
Free
rebuild
flights
mode.
get put in
I
a
don't-
hotel.
I don't care what anyone says. If we lose, we're rebuilding from scratch. We're going from the very bottom. We're getting rid of McDermott. We're probably going to end up trading Diggs.
What about Joe Brady?
We're definitely getting rid of Vaughn. After
What about
that,
Joe Brady?
Joe Brady, yep, get a new coordinator. Get a new defensive coordinator, get a proper defensive coordinator. There's someone that's not named Leslie Frazier, then I'll be happy. And not named Sean McDermott. And someone that doesn't compare 9/11 to teamwork. That would be great. I mean, we're 6-0.
That's such a weird.
We're 6-0 since Sean McDermott.
How did we react to that? How did we even react to that terminology that he made? Like 9/11, just like teamwork. You guys did that. Were we like, yeah, just like 9/11? Or like, well, how? I didn't even see that. I just like, how will we react to that? Just be dead silence. Otherwise, we agreeing with.
I guess it's
like,
just extra motivation for the Bills.
Jesus, that is off. So, what do you want to discuss? So we've discussed the playoff games and our outcomes and predictions and our primary game with Chiefs vs Bills. Is there anything else you want to add on?
Let's just say we lose. I just want to get your opinion on that. I know I was
We'll
talking
continue
about
that
this just a
depressing
second ago.
topic.
But what do you think we need? What do you think needs to happen? What I think we need to do next
Okay,
year.
so you wanted
apart
to
from
full on
rebuilding-
relocate and rebuild the
No,
team.
but
I
no,
say we
hell no.
fire Sean McDermott. I say we just fire him. Take out the players like Von
nah,
Miller.
keep McDermott. Let him stay
You
because
just said fire him.
I don't care.
Are you asking for my opinion?
He's
So
six.
shush. No.
He's 6-0 since his stupid Al Qaeda comments. So we'll let it slide, okay?
Okay.
What I think we gotta do. We need to flush all the bullshit. Anything that doesn't have anything to do with winning, needs to go.
Okay, so like fire Von Miller and fire people like
Yeah,
that.
he's got nothing to do with
Yeah.
it unless he has a good
So-
game. Then get rid of him.
And get more players traded to us. But we're pretty.
No, just get draft
Depends how
picks.
much money we have. Just
Just
get
get draft
get
picks,
get
and
the
then-
number. Get some good draft picks.
Just completely.
And possibly.
You
get
know what?
trades.
Trade up for the number 1 pick. If we lose, get a new wide receiver. Send Davis back on a flight to wherever the hell he came from. Okay, that was disrespectful, but
Like, we won't talk about them. We acting like we hate them. We love the Buffalo Bills.
yeah, but
No.
the thing is, we know that's not happening. We're winning the Super Bowl. this
Yeah.
year. If we
So-
make the Super Bowl and lose, then I wish we didn't make the playoffs because we're that close. And you just have to fuck with me when we're at the Super Bowl. Fifth
If-
straight.
If we
Fifth
want to speak
Super
on the
Bowl.
fifth Super Bowl loss. Won't be this year though. So if we want to speak on the draft, if you want to relocate, well not relocate but
No,
rebuild
we ain't
more like
relocating.
not relocate but rebuild more such. wide receivers and players that we don't need, we drop them and get more players in. You want to say trade for a number 1 or 2 draft pick. Who's some players coming into this draft that you would think will be a great fit for Buffalo?
Someone that's not named quarterback, Marvin Harrison, from Malik Neighbors.
Where do you think these 3 quarterbacks will go to? I'm just gonna say 2 of them or 1 of them. I'm just gonna say Caleb Williams because he was
Caleb
one.
Williams is a bust. Mark my words. He won't be anything. He's Zach
What about
Wilson.
Bonex?
He's 5th rounder.
Bonex,
So-
5th rounder.
Yeah, no one. He's just gonna be a backup.
People saying Caleb Williams is gonna be another version of Bryce Young.
He's gonna be another version of Zach Wilson. That's who I compare him to.
Okay.
He's got the same skill set as Zach Wilson. He did the same things he did in college.
Do you study these games?
Because I'm a Jets fan too. But
Jets.
I know what's gonna happen as soon as Zach Wilson's gone. This is what's gonna happen.
I don't think the people that listen to our podcast from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to where we are now think you're a Jets fan after you've been dissing them so much. I don't think the time we've been speaking about the Jets, you've said something positive about them. I'm actually being dead serious.
I mean, Zach Wilson, if he goes to another team, I think he's actually gonna ball out. He could be. I'm being serious.
So you think the Jets are holding him back from being a great quarterback?
Yep. They've done it to so many quarterbacks now. Sam Darnold. He looks good. He's looked when he's played. He's looked good for the 49ers. He's better than Brock Purdy. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I get mixed opinions about what you like and dislike. Because for the Jets, I know you either talk really good about them, or you just don't. You hate them, but you still call yourself a fan, which I agree with completely. But I just never ever heard you on these podcasts ever speak positive about them.
Yeah, I get
because they can't
pissed
win.
off.
You're just being fully honest with them. You just don't care what they say.
We haven't made the playoffs in 13 years. I comment on every single Jets post, and I say stop posting till we actually make the playoffs. At least we're not like Dolphins fans. We know we're shit. The Dolphins fans think they're good. The Dolphins think their team's good. But
they're just delusional. Delusional fan base. People that go on Twitter, follow 5 Dolphins fans, they all
I'm
assemble.
convinced the Jets are the best fan base in the NFL. Bills are second, but the Jets...
I think the Bills are.
No, but the Jets are just so patient.
No, I think the Dolphins are.
The Dolphins?
No, I'm joking. They're the worst fan base. No, I think the Bills got the best fan base. I feel like I'm glazing them so much this episode. I'm just stating facts. It's a great team. We've got a good fan base. We've got a good team. I've been a fan, loyal fan. We got a good.
I just think the Jets have been so patient. 13 years, no playoffs. Hey, at least the Dolphins have made the playoffs. Holy crap! In fact, I just saw this 10 minutes ago. Apparently, in all major North American sports, we have the longest playoff drought. That's fucking embarrassing.
What do you mean we? I'm not a Jets fan. You are.
I'm a Jets fan.
I'm not. I don't support another team.
But
I'm a Bills fan.
The longest playoff drought in North American sports. So NBA.
Did you say
MLB,
you found about that 10 minutes ago?
NHL. NFL. Probably some other foreign leagues too that I can't think of.
Lacrosse, whatever that is.
Maybe
where that comes from.
That's ridiculous. 13 years.
Yeah.
That's way too long.
Embarrassing.
No playoffs. I mean, when we actually made the playoffs 13 years ago, we actually almost won the Super Bowl. We're in the AFC Championship game. I mean, at least the Jets have won a Super Bowl. But that was in the second year the Super Bowl even existed.
Jets can't make playoffs, we can. Jets can make Super Bowls back in the old days.
Old days.
We can't. So, it's kind of even. Quickly, we're not going to discuss this, but is my favourite player playing Deion Dawkins? I just want to know. So I can wear his shirt because I got a Deion Dawkins shirt.
Sorry?
Not this one. This is a Josh Allen shirt. But is Dion Dawkins playing this game?
Yeah, he's not injured.
Okay, good. Good. Because Dion Dawkins is funny. I like Dion Dawkins. Best Bills player. Anyways, guys.
Did you see him on Instagram Live today?
Yeah, I was just about to say. Anyways, guys.
It was funny as shit. They had
I was about to roll the outro and also mention his Instagram live. I was about to anyways, before I got rudely interrupted. No, I'm joking. I didn't get rudely interrupted. Okay, so yeah. Thank you guys very much for listening to this Riverside podcast. This is season 1, episode 1 for us. This is going to be continued. Every 10 episodes is a season. This will be every Friday. We might change the times because you guys are listening after this has been recorded, so this isn't live, but we record our podcast every Friday. Thank you guys very much for listening to our podcast. Oscar, you need to stay in to your thing says uploading at the top right corner. Uploaded to 100%. So don't leave.
Yep.
Don't leave. Thank you guys very much for listening. We both haven't used Riverside before, so I'm explaining to them. But we'll see you guys next Friday. And go Bills.
Yep.